Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about one of the most stressful parts of any reading test, especially something like the IELTS, that one word you just don't know. We're going to learn this amazing technique that lets you figure out pretty much any word without ever reaching for a dictionary. Let's dive in.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're cruising through a paragraph, feeling good, everything's clicking, and then bam, you hit a word you have never, ever seen before, and your brain just grinds to a halt. All your confidence just drains away. And you can feel that little bit of panic starting to set in because it feels like everything depends on this one impossible word.
But what if I told you that in almost every single case, the answer you're looking for is hiding in plain sight? Seriously, the text itself gives you everything you need to know to unlock that word's meaning. You just have to learn how to see it.
So what is this magic trick? Well, it's called context clues. And these are basically just hints the author leaves for you scattered around the word you don't know. Think of it like a mini built-in dictionary right there in the paragraph. The most important thing to get from this is that you do not need to have a perfect vocabulary. The best way to approach this, really, is to start thinking of yourself as a word detective. Every time you find a word you don't know, you're not stuck. You've just been handed a new case to solve. The sentence is the scene of the crime, and it is full of clues just waiting for you to find them. So if you're going to be a detective, you need a toolkit, right? You need to know what you're looking for. So let's go over the three most common, most powerful types of context clues you're going to find out in the wild.
First up, we've got the most obvious and helpful clue of them all, the definition clue. This is the best case scenario. It's when the author literally just tells you what the word means, right there on the same sentence. They're basically handing you the answer.
Okay, take a look at this. Let's say you have no idea what milieu means, but look at what comes right after it, or a setting. The sentence just flat out tells you that a milieu is a setting. It's that easy. The author did all the work. All right, tool number 2 in our kit is the contrast clue. This is a fun one. It's when the sentence gives you the opposite of the word, which, weirdly enough, helps you figure out what it actually means. You'll want to look for signal words like unlike, but, however, that kind of thing. Let's break this down. The sentence kicks off with unlike, so we know we're getting a comparison. His brother is talkative. So if our guy is unlike his talkative brother, what must he be? He's the opposite. He's quiet. He's reserved. Taciturn has to mean not talkative. See how that works? The contrast just paints a perfect picture for you. And the third tool every good word detective needs is the example clue. This is when the author gives you a list of examples that all fit into the category of the word you don't know. Just keep an eye out for phrases like such as or for instance. So even if you've never heard the word phobias, just look at the list that follows. A fear of heights, a fear of spiders, a fear of enclosed spaces. What do all those things have in common? They're all fears. So a phobia has to be some kind of specific fear. The examples did all the heavy lifting. All right, theory time is over. You've got your detective's toolkit. You know about definition clues, contrast clues, and example clues. Now it's time to put it all into practice. Let's solve a mystery together, live. Okay, take a second, read that. Our mystery word is pernicious. Now I know it looks intimidating. It's not a word most of us use every day, but don't worry about it. The clues are all in there, just waiting for us. So, how do we crack this case? It's a simple 3-step process you can use every single time. First, just focus on the word itself. Isolate it. Second, hunt for any and all clues you can find in the sentences around it. And third, you put those clues together and you form a hypothesis. Just a good, educated guess. Okay, let's go clue hunting. What does the text tell us about this pernicious effect? Well, we get some great examples. It causes slow, subtle damage. It undermines trust, and it erodes social cohesion. All of those sound pretty bad, right? So we know it's negative. Then we get a fantastic contrast clue. It's unlike a sudden crisis. So it's not fast and obvious, it's slow and sneaky. All signs are pointing to something harmful that happens over time. So, based on all our clues, our hypothesis, our educated guess, is that pernicious means something like harmful in a gradual or subtle way. Now for the big reveal. Let's check the dictionary. The actual definition is having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. Look at that! We absolutely nailed it. We figured out a complex word without ever having to look it up.
Now listen,
What we just did, that's more than just a cool trick for an exam. This is a fundamental upgrade to how you read. This is your new reading superpower, and it's going to help you tackle any complex text with way more confidence.
So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. The goal is not to become a walking dictionary. The goal is to become a skilled detective. So stop worrying about memorizing thousands of words. Start practicing looking for the clues that are already right there on the page, waiting for you.
From now on, the next time you see a word you don't know, I don't want you to panic. I want you to see it as a puzzle, a little game. Isolate it, hunt for those clues, and make your best guess. It's time to stop fearing words and start decoding them.